that's a straight on. Alright, that's our bait, John. Oh, here we go. Some bait. Right, turbot in. One of the keys is having fresh bait. Now these are absolutely jumbo mackerel. They're the good 30cm plus ones, and we get them out to over 40 here. We had some 45cm mackerel last year, bigger than the bass regulation size. So fresh mackerel. That was half the battle last time I was out the other week. I couldn't even get any bait. We've managed to get quite a few of these, so that's good. What we'll do in a minute is when John is cutting up, I'll film John filleting the fish. But what I'm going to do is take the side of the mackerel off, both sides, and then you cut that down again in half, so you get 4 baits out of 1 mackerel. Depending on the size, you can even get a few more sometimes, because you can use a few offcuts and bits and bobs. But yeah, absolutely prime bait. I love this. My favourite mackerel turbot bait is mackerel. Launch sand eel was another good one. But yeah, that's half the battle won already. Right, John earlier caught a greater weaver. Now you've got to be really careful with these. You get 2 types, lesser and greater. Greater obviously being a lot bigger. And that little black dorsal spine there, you see them holding it with some forceps and by the tail. That little set of spines there is venomous, and if you get hit by that, it will hurt. Strip on. Get a little bit of belly meat. That's it. Straight down the middle. Yeah. That's it. And repeat. Cut the belly meat off. Straight down the middle. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Right, business end. So we're coming up to the banks now. I'm going to start drifting over. 6.0 Cox and Rule Mutsu circle, a few loomy beads and 1 spinner blade. This is a bit less bling than my previous rigs that I've done, just because I was rushing last night and I couldn't find some of the tackle. And that goes to a 7, I think about 7 foot on this one, a 30-pound fluoro. I've gone 30, not lighter, because we do get a few taupe and a few rays out here, so the 30 just gives you that bit more protection. And then we've got a standard wrecking boom just to keep the rig a bit straight out, and then a 10-ounce watch lead will be what pins it down. No particular reason, started using these as a kid. They work, they keep it pinned down more than other leads, and that's what I'll carry on using. Mackerel bait, hook once for the tail, and that's it. Easy. That is it, hook once for the tail. No need to staple your baits on, you want it like that, okay? And as I'm going to come on to later, if you do get a turbot bite, you have to give it line anyway to let it take the rest of that in. But that is it. No fancy, nice and easy. Let's see if we can get a turbot. Yeah, fine. I never really caught turbot off this first patch. No, that first one's normally quiet, yeah, but it gives you a good run. When I looked at the camera, it was all bream and bass, yeah, on this bit. In this gap we're in now, it was all bream and bass, like shaly, rocky ground. Right, we are all 3 rods away from the boat. So we're on the same side of the boat because the lines are going away that way. And you don't want to be that way and one going under the boat, because you'll end up crossing over, or your line will scrape the bottom of the boat or the engines. So we're all going out that side of the boat. I've got 2, John's got 1, but he's fishing a wishbone rig, so he's got essentially a beefed up place wishbone rig. And I think he might have a bite as well. Turbot in, I've covered it before in other videos, but if you're new or haven't seen them, if you get a bite, you don't strike it. Let a little bit of line off, 6 to 8 foot. And that gives it a chance to take the first bite, and then the second where the hook is. And then if you do feel the bite again, all you do is reel down, gently lift into it, and then you feel the weight of the turbot, and that's it. It's a constant reel. Turbot have got really thin membranes in their mouth, and if you're constantly yanking and pumping, the hook just falls out. And again, that's in other videos, and I've done demonstrations on a fish of that, and I can show you it. So do check those out if turbot fishing is your bag. Other than that now, it's just a waiting game. and making sure the weight and the bait is down on the bottom at all times. As you're coming up the bank and then down the bank, as you come down obviously it gets deeper. If you haven't let any more line off, your bait will just kite across the bank above it, 6-8 foot. Your turbot will be down there watching your baits sail over their heads. So really important. Hopefully now we can get some fish. Come on. Yeah, back like that. On. Sorry. Alright. Can't feel it. I'll get it anyway. Yeah. Can't feel it. There was bites there though. Might be something on this job.
Well, yeah. And my net's ready.
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, something there.
No, it's not.
There is.
Oh yeah, there is.
Dog.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dogs.
It's a sign of life. Look, it's foul, look. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, not the first fish we wanted, but it's a bite. Dogfish. Perfectly hooked in that circle though. Not what we're after, but he is hooked well at least. You on, sir? Yeah, I saw that nod.
Kicking too much, huh? Nodding too much.
Yeah? Let's see what it is actually.
Treat it like it's not.
Right, treat it like a turbot. At least you got a bite.
Something to play with, isn't it?
Here it comes. Doggy.
It is.
Is it? No, it's not. It's bass.
That's a little bass.
It's a bass, John.
Okay. Cheers.
Well done. Ooh. There we go, that was the culprit this time, little bass. You do get bass on these banks. And that was on, what was that on?
That was just on the mackerel flapper.
Middle mackerel, there we go. Give it a good bite, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There's a few of them, John. Yeah, there's a few of them there. Here they come. Oh, close.
That cat.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That big chicken. Yeah, I really think it was.
It's a little red gurnard. Just trying to get some mackerel, slack water now. So we're just making the most of the time, trying to top the bait tank up. We've got a red gurnard. Pretty little things, isn't they, eh? Yeah, pretty little things. Lovely colours on. Okay, so we've given it a couple of hours on the flood. We only had a couple of hours this morning on the flood, and we're at slack water now, and we're just sat here twiddling thumbs, trying to catch bait. It's not going to happen. So, second half of the day, we're going to do a bit of wrecking. That was always our plan, back up. Unless turboting was hot, which it certainly wasn't this morning here, we're going to go wrecking. So, going to make a couple of traces up, bounce off a few wrecks now for the rest of the day, and try and catch some pollock, bass, maybe a few cod if we're lucky. So, that's the plan. So, let's get going. So, we're at our first wreck, and it's dead slack water. And John's on a slow jig, which is the right thing to do. However, I'm going down with a boom and a 6-inch Candy King glitter sidewinder. I left my main jigging rod on the boat this morning, on my boat, because I'm on John's today. So I'm just going to go down with this. See if we can't pick something up, and then once that tide runs, we'll be in with a full shout on this sort of gear. So here we go. I'm sure if John gets anything behind us, he'll let us know. Absolute perfect conditions today. Nice mid-sized tide, and it is glassy calm. Oh, you in? John's in behind me on the slow jig. It's a good fish. Good fish. Well done. I'm going to come to the right slightly. There you go.
See the rod. Get the rod.
Mate, you got to get that fish in, mate.
Yeah, I'm just going to...
Good fish.
It's a good
You
one.
got the net? You okay with the net?
I've got the net. Yeah, you carry on. It's a good one though. Oh, it's fighting all the way up though. This is weird. This is still going. You know that?
Oh! What?
The donkey!
Oh no! You got it?
Yeah.
Big fish?
Double.
Is it?
Should be.
Mate, oh mate! Oh John! That's a big one! Close that.
There you go. Yeah. That's probably, I reckon about 9.
Nah,
probably a 10.
No. Get scales on it.
But yeah.
Get your phone in a second. So, John, he went straight back down off that last fish and he's back in straight away again. Oh, come on, John. Yes.
Not as big as the last one, I know.
Don't matter, mate. Oh, there you go. I found a few fish.
Here comes the leader. Oh, it's just a smaller, but it's foul hook, that's why.
Foul
That
hook.
felt better.
It's all right, though.
A little one, but it'll do.
Foul hook, Pollack. That's 2 Pollack in 1 drift. Hello, John. Right, so John's had 2 Pollack and 1 drift there on this wreck, and one of them is a lovely double, and he's had them on a slow jig. So I'm going down with a jigging rod. It's not my usual setup. This is a Penn Conflict 200 gram, and I'm not ashamed to say it, it is an AliExpress 39 quid jigging reel I was just trying out for a bit of fun. And I'm down with a sidewinder helm.
Fish on.
You on?
Yep.
Cool, John's in.
It's a good one. It's going, it's going.
He's got another good one.
It's going, yeah. This one's great, this one's good.
Oh, John. Slaying it round the corner, mate.
Yeah. Good one. This is a double one again.
Another good fish.
Yeah.
Well, you're killing it round there, bud.
This one, that's it, it's giving up the ghost.
Hey? Yeah. A bump, but I don't have much. God, you got a big fish there again, John.
I know.
John's into a lovely fish again.
It's great.
Mate.
What?
Mate.
He's not ready yet. You see how much line
Mate,
he's
you got a
taking?
fish and a half there, bud.
He's taking a lot of line.
I can't buy a bite today.
Oh, no,
What
no,
have
no,
you
no,
got
don't
there,
go back in the wreck.
What have you got there?
Don't go back in the wreck.
Right, I'm gonna come and help you. That's a fish that needs netting, isn't it?
What? What?
Mate.
This is a serious one though. Yeah, look, it's taking line and everything, it's going. Very braced.
Keep your rod slightly right because I'm going to need to net it. That's it. Mate, you got some weight there, innit? Yeah. Guys, this is a big fish, guys.
Yeah, this is going.
Under the boat.
Oh.
Careful, careful, careful. Under the boat. Let it straighten out. You don't. That's moving. You don't want to part that on that boat.
Line.
Mate, that's another big fish.
I know.
That is another.
I know.
Mate, Mate, you got to weight that.
That's a double.
It's a big double.
It's a double.
That is
Oh, this is a double.
That is a big double.
This is a double.
That is a big fish. Come on, John, yeah! Yes. Look at the size of that in there. We'll get that out in a second. That is a cracking fish for John. Look at the size of that again. Oh, mate.
No, there's loads of fish still showing. Let's get some fish.
All right, let's go on then. So John has had 2 lovely pollock now. Lovely. He's had 3 pollock, but 2 lovely ones. I'm still on a naught at the minute. I got to pull my finger out. I've gone on to a black tide sidewinder 6-inch now on a lure, so I just can't get my head into the jigging today. Normally I love it, just can't seem to get my head into it today, and it's not working for me. John's bagged some lovely pollock. He's had 3 pollock now, 2 of them are lovely doubles. I just can't seem to get into it. So yeah, back onto the boom and sidewinder sort of setup. There's a fish straight away. Oh, yeah, fish on.
Go on.
Fish on. Oh, lost it, gone. Gone. Just cannot get my groove. Fish straight away, I lost it. Come on. Again.
In.
Yeah, fish on. Fish on.
Good one.
Nah, tiny, little pollock. I've even got a small pollock on, guys. First drop with a black tide. Might even be a pout. Feels a little bit like a pollock, but a little bit too rattly for my liking. Leader. Come off, brilliant. Felt like a little pollock come off. What's going on, John? It just don't want to come to the boat for me.
Yeah.
There was 2 fish there, come off. One dropped off, then back down, another one. Well, we left that wreck that John just had that last pollock on. It was very snaggy. We know it's a snaggy wreck anyway. But we both hooked up a couple of times, lost a couple of sets of gear, and the pollock John had, it was a nice pollock, but it wasn't a monster. So we just moved on to another one now, creeping our way back in, trying to get a fish. I can't buy a bite today. John is having a storming day. It's one of them days where nothing really comes off. Put a few sets of gear in the wrecks, lost a couple of fish. Just haven't got the groove today. But John is on fire, which is good to see. It's always nice when your mates catch good fish. And there's a fish. Oh, that's a wreck. It's alright, I thought it was a fish, but yeah, so John's having a great day. But as we always say, it only takes that one fish, that special fish of a lifetime, and your day's worthwhile. So we keep going till the very end. It's not over till we're in the locks. You start feathering for bass, I'll swim home. I can't condone that behaviour.
I've never caught 150.
If you start feathering for bass, I'm leaving you here and I'm going home. It's not how we are.
Make a video of it. You know, like John drops a set of feathers down.
Oh, yeah, fish on, fish on, fish on.
That's a real one. That's a real one. Let me know when you're ready, yeah?
Hang on, don't jinx it.
Alright.
Well, we've got a fish on, guys. Oh. A lovely crash diving run, and now it's gone stop now, so it makes me think pollock. No, it's alright, Dad, you're pout.
I think so.
There's my leader. Pollock's a nice one.
Yeah.
Oh, you fat. What did I say? I told you, it's gone, it's blown. I told you, I'm having one of them days. I told you. That's a lovely pollock, it's come off at the boat.
Oh.
It's come off at the boat. Oh my word.
Yeah. It was
I just cannot get a fish to the boat today. He's come off here, I've seen him. He's come off at the boat. He's literally come off here at the surface just as he popped up, and it was a lovely pollock as well. Mate,
bring us round, skipper.
Mate,
Bring us round.
that's it. When your luck's out, it's out, isn't it? Yeah, I don't care what you say. All I can do is laugh. There's nothing wrong there.
Everything was right.
You can't tell, the theme of this video today is John smashing the fish up and me just struggling, and I thought that was going to be the one where I get a fish to the boat, and we did nothing wrong. It was fine, just one last head shake on the surface just as John was about to net it, and we just watched it gradually sink away from the back of the boat. Nice pollock, would have been £6–7 pounds, maybe a bit more, but it would have been a respectable fish to have to the boat. But that is the tale of my day. We're going to keep trying, back on the same sort of line. But yeah, that's just one of those days. Every fisherman has them every now and then. If you go out, you either just, whatever you do, you just cannot catch a fish or something goes wrong. Today is that day for me. Lovely day regardless, and there's been some lovely fish to the boat, but not to my rod. Well, that's the end of this little adventure. Absolutely dire day for me, but John has had a couple of lovely, big, nice double pollock in there. He's got a couple of really good pollock. Obviously a few bits on the baits this morning, but that was it. But it's just been chalk after one of them days for me, but they can't all be storming days. I've said this before. If every day was brilliant, you'd never forget half of them, or you wouldn't remember half of them because they'd all be the same as the rest. So, you know, it can't all be good days, but we're going home. Thanks to John for taking me out today. Absolutely lovely being out in the water, regardless of the fishing. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.